This gotta be one of the most requested coins in the channel. We have been killing it with Rekt, and today I'm gonna give you a full overview, a full recap of what's going on and how we managed to turn $1,000 into $20,000 trading Rekt. This was a no-brainer. I have been documenting the progress and I hope you guys made some gains. Now, I actually made the first video about Rekt 4 months ago, and I told you guys that it had 100x potential. Well, it has already done 20x, so we still got 80x left. The reason why I'm so bullish with Rekt, I have talked about it many times before, is because it's one of the only meme coins that got a real world use case. And that's something that you don't find every day, of course. And this adds a lot of value to Rekt, to the brand, to the ecosystem. Actually, I have prepared a few of the things that made this coin so special. This is a company that raised $1.5 million back in 2024. So this is just not your regular pump and fun meme coin and stuff like that. This is a real business with rewards for those who actually buy the drinks and with revenue, which is what really matters for the ecosystem. So before we get going, just gotta say, congratulations if you made some money. Remember, trading is all about finding an asset that you believe is gonna make you guys money in the long term. You did your own due diligence. You know that is actually a good one, that is a strong one, and then you go all in, and then you wait to actually get those gains. And this one have done that perfectly. I mean, the pump has been insane. I made that video when it was a $10 million market cap, and right now we are trading at around near $200 million market cap. So that is a 20x. And you guys can actually see it right here, 1700%. It was at 20, but it actually dropped a little bit, like 3% in the last 24 hours. But massive, massive, massive pump for Rekt. Just gotta say, huge execution from the team. And I'm not connected with them. This is not a paid promotion, anything like that. I just really like what these guys have been doing. Now, the latest drop with Binance US tells you one thing, that people are actually paying attention. Big companies are paying attention. And still, you guys can see it right here. If you go to the centralized exchanges page, Binance Alpha only listing for Rekt. So that means that eventually there could be a perpetual trading listing and of course and spot trading listing, which is gonna be really strong for the project. I believe this is gonna pump like 2x even with that announcement. 200% is easy because still only trading at $314 million FDV and a fully diluted value, actually a market cap of around 200 million. So there's still a lot of room for growth. And there is only a few centralized exchanges. So this also shows you that most of the volume is on decentralized liquidity, decentralized pairs. That makes me really excited because it's really big for the ecosystem to actually, for crypto to be shifting into decentralized liquidity more than it's actually safer. It's just better than centralized exchanges. Centralized exchanges actually are not actually getting the best reputation in this year, which we saw it coming. What can we say? But now the collaboration with Binance US is pretty cool, and it gives you a hint of what could come in the next few months. Everyone is actually giving pretty strong feedback to the brand, and I gotta say they deserve it because the NFTs were actually a hit. The project itself has been actually doing amazingly well. The execution on social media is really good, and the whole brand is actually really strong. And what can you say? If something works, it works. Now, I believe that actually gonna show you guys, I'm gonna tell you a few of the things that made me bullish and a few of the things that have been happening lately with Rekt, so you guys are gonna get up to speed. Now, first of all, 7-Eleven expansion. Rekt Drinks, a sparkling water brand with the strong Web3 ties, has expanded into retail liquidated line and is now available on 7-Eleven across Southern California, which is really good. Rapid sellout. The last drop saw 180,000 cans in just 70 minutes, and of course they have sold like 500,000, actually a little bit over 500,000 drinks at this point, which is pretty impressive. There is events going on actually to celebrate the 7-Eleven launch. Rekt hosted events in Los Angeles where early buyers of $10 for pack receive Rekt coins worth of $100, which is pretty good. And all this selling power is not showing in the chart. So that tells you that people are actually holding their coins because they still believe that is undervalued. And that's actually pretty good. That's just something that you can say about Pump token, which is down 70% from the launch 10 days ago. So, I mean, you can see the difference there. They raised $1.5 million. The thing I really like the most is the drink to earn model. Each can of Rekt drinks includes access to drunk points, which can be exchanged for Rekt coins, digital collectibles, and community status. This creates a unique hybrid customer investor model, which is really good, of course. No alcohol, which of course allows them to expand, and less regulation, which is better for the brand as well. Communities being incentive. I mean, community is really strong. High redemption rates. The brand have observed around 50% redemption rates for Rekt coins rewards, suggesting that customers are generally interested in both the product and the associated crypto upside. I mean, what can you say? It's been a real blast for Rekt. And if we can find 3 or 4 coins or 3 or 4 trades like this one a year, we can make 100x every single year. It's not that easy. There is a lot of assets. There is, thousands of coins launching every single day. So that's why I always say, and that's the reason why I told you guys, that's why I call this the undervalued gems, which we turn 17,000 into 51,000 at this point, because we are investing in coins that were undervalued and that they got potential. I believe this is the easiest way to actually make money in crypto. It's just doing your research. Don't care about the short term, because these are coins that can drop more. These are all coins that can even drop 99%. But when they generate yields, when they pump harder. For example, 2,000%. Then we have AI Tech with 100% gains. Then we have STO 379%. This one was at 10x at some point, but I didn't sold. Pump 26%. Ondo 19%. These are $1 billion projects. Of course, it's not gonna be that volatile. Gems 211%. V2 we have 180%. So I mean, you can see it right here. Farcoin 196%, Cyber 28%, and AA Alch 126%. So the worst performer is just 19%, which is still pretty good. Now this portfolio has outperformed Bitcoin by around 150%, something like that. 200% here, and Bitcoin, if we actually got it at the same time, will be a 50% gains, which for Bitcoin is massive. It's insane. But for all coins, they are riskier. Yes, you gotta buy a little bit more. You cannot just buy just one asset, like you can just buy Bitcoin, and you can make 50% on 17,000, still pretty good. But if you can make 200% gains, it's actually a little bit better, right? Because you just gotta be smart. There is a higher risk that you can lose your funds, or you actually gotta wait longer to actually make some money. But as you guys can see, we have made money in every single trade here, and we have been investing in these coins for the last 4 to 5 months. So it's not that long. The Binance wallet is still in profit at this point. We're around 6%. RDC has actually dropped 13%, which is not that great, but say gave us like 50% gains. And then we have the US crypto reserve is up by 50%, which I already told you. That's the trend. But anyway, back to the topic of today, which is gonna be Rekt Ring. This is gonna keep on doing great in the long term. But of course, we could see some retracement because the pump is just too big and people are gonna start taking profit. It's already at $300 and something million fully diluted value. So I do expect that eventually we're gonna see a retracement back to, realistic levels, and then we can actually organically keep on pumping. But we don't know. Nobody knows. That's why you always gotta take profits. That's why you always gotta try to buy in at the right levels when there is a big drop, when everyone is bearish. That's the time that you buy. That's why I bought it here, because I knew that had potential, that there was some noise coming in for the project, some developments, and of course, it was the best time to buy. And this is the reason why buying on the value coins is the way to make the most amount of money in the safe way. If you want to flip it fast, because this has taken 4 months to do a 200%, a 2,000%, which is 20x, 1,000 into 20,000, 100 into 2,000. You can trade in coins, and they are riskier, but they can tell you, they can give you 20x in a day, but you can lose it all. And most likely you're gonna lose it all because there's only 0.1% of the traders are making money with meme coins. And you know, you gotta be a pro, and you're trading against boss, bundlers, NFS, teams. Everyone is trading, you're trading against the pros. And if you actually want to compete, you gotta be a pro, so you're not gonna be in their exit liquidity. If you copy their trades, most likely you're also gonna be their exit liquidity because their holding time frame is like 3 to 6 seconds. So of course, every time they buy, all the copy traders buy, and then they can sell for a profit. And that's the reason why Collabs have made like $20 billion trading in coins, because it's just the number one copy trade in the space, I believe. That's been copied with all his trades, and it's easy money for him, easy. But anyway, guys, what can I tell you? Massive pump for Rekt is actually pretty good, and I wish you guys that you made some gains, take some profits, and of course, I do see this even going up even higher and doing better in the long term. There is the drop with Binance US coming up soon, and eventually, I do believe there's gonna be major listing coming up for the project, and you guys may not want to miss that out. Stay safe, stay ninja, and I'm gonna see you guys later for more content. Subscribe, like, and leave a comment down below. Did you cash this trade? I hope you did, and I hope you made some really sweet gains. See ya.